Hello everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi. I'm going to make my crustless quiche, which I've regularly had requested over the years. In fact, my kids are sick of it, but I'm going to make it anyway. For our ingredients, we have 10 eggs, which we will be dividing, an onion, a pound of spinach, all the leftover cheeses from my refrigerator. We have no idea how this is going to end up. Milk and garlic, and we'll throw some spices in from the cabinet if I feel crazy. Now, to start with, we are going to steam our spinach. Should have had Joey leave something out for me to steam it in. Oops. Okay, so we're going to start by steaming our spinach, which I've put in this lovely big pot. Boop. I'm going to turn that on low and just let it do its thing. In the meantime, we're going to chop our onion. You know how much I love this thing. Somebody didn't put it back together. Well, now you see it pops apart for easy cleaning. Peel our onion real quick. Come on. Do what you're supposed to. Thank you. Our onion is now chopped. We're going to give this a quick stir. Woo. Just want to get, the stuff on the bottom at the top. Look at the, oh, it's already starting. Look at that. Okay. Let you go some more. Now we're going to start by separating our eggs. Oh, that'll do. Okay, so we've got 10 eggs, and we want to divide them. So we'll start with our whole eggs. So 5 of these eggs are going to be whole, and the other 5 I'm just going to use the egg whites. I'm going to put the yolks to the side. They can be used for something else or discarded if you've got no reason to use them. That's 3. And 5. Now we start dividing. Now there are lots of different methods to this. I'm a big just separate it with your hands person. So I'm going to let the yolk fall into the eggshell. And I'll just plop it into my hand and let the albumin roll out. It's the egg whites. And then to the side. And we'll do it again. Now, if you screw up like that, I'll show you a trick. Now, this could work. It may not. It should work. I could reach in there and grab it with my hands, but I'm going to leave it like this so I can show you something. Okay, now here's what you do. This is a clean Diet Coke bottle. Ready? And boom.
Okay.
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
Alright.
I need more assistance coming.
I will. Okay, so that's 3 of our 5 in. And we're going to do 2 more, and hopefully we won't do that again. Now the reason I don't use that way every time is because there was a slim possibility that the yolk would have broken if it didn't get sucked up into the bottle right. So that's why it was just a let's, demonstrate this once and then go back to our normal method. They're all set. 5 whole eggs and 5 egg whites. Okay, now let's check and see how our spinach is doing. Oop, starting to shrink. That's good. We're starting to steam up nicely. Got to go a little bit longer. Come on over here. And we're going to start mixing. So, beating the eggs. Do you see that one stubborn yolk? My goodness. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now we've got it to this point. Now we can start adding stuff to it. I'm gonna mix this more. Okay. Now, I could have steamed this with the spinach if I wanted to, or I could have sauteed it, but I'm just leaving it raw. But it'll cook with the rest of the eggs, so that's fine. So in goes my onion, and now I'm gonna add a wee bit of garlic. Oh yeah, I opened the jar. I may almost had to call Joey back for assistance on that one. That's a heaping teaspoon of garlic. All right. Okay, give that a stir, and we're going to throw in, like I said, I may open this. First thing we're going to add is some pepper. And this I just eyeball. If I were to guess, I would probably say I put somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 teaspoon in. Maybe I'm going to say close to 1/4. I would say about 1/4 teaspoon. Now, I'm going to grab some salt. I'm going to use my purple, I have purple salt. I'm going to use my purple salt today. And that's about 1/2 teaspoon's worth. And now we're going to check our spinach again, because this is literally the key here, this lovely steamed spinach. Ooh, look at that. So our spinach is all steamed, and as you can see has reduced quite a lot, which is why I used an entire pound. So we're going to let this cool. We're going to put this to the side, let it cool just a touch, because we don't want to cook our eggs. And in the meantime, let's start the oven. Okay. Now we're going to set our oven to about 400 degrees. There we go. And just wait for that to preheat. So let's move the spinach to the side so it can cool. Whoops. We want as little of the water out of this as possible, because any of the moisture that's in here is going to go directly into there. Alright, in the meantime, we're going to put some milk in here. Let's try 1/2 cup and see how that looks. We might need more than this. Yeah, I'm going to throw in a whole cup. So another 1/2 cup. Whoop. This is one of those recipes that I have to literally think about how much of the ingredients I'm adding, because I never measure them. I know that I start with 10 eggs and I kind of go from there. Okay. So, these are still really damp. And the only reason that's an issue is because all of that water will end up in our quiche, and we'll end up with a really wet quiche. And like, it's hard to like explain. It'll literally be like a quiche floating in water. It's gross. So we don't want to do that. To fix this issue, I'm gonna squeeze the moisture out of the spinach with paper towel. So let's start. Oop, look at that puddle. And that's why we're doing this, because I don't want that puddle in my quiche. Okay, so I'm just gonna squish. Now the fun part about quiche, if you're doing crustless, is the fact that you can literally make it into any shape you want, because it's a fluid. Our spinach is ready to add. There it goes. Okay, so you see I told you can't crush the cheese, it's just like banging up on the edges. I'm gonna have to make sure I mix that in as I'm putting it into whatever I'm going to bake it in, which I'm gonna figure out and prep right now. Stop this stuff. Woo, look at all that. Get all this stuff off of here. Now, sometimes, if I hadn't put the pepper jack cheese in there, I might have slipped a little crushed red pepper in there just for funs. I like having a little zip to it. Alright, so I'm going to use cooking spray and spray our pan. Going to pour our mixture in to our prepared pan. There we go. And like I said, make sure all that cheese is mixed in there. There's that light piece right there. Normally I would use shredded cheese, but I didn't have a lot and I had so much leftover cheese slices. That'll be fine. There'll be like lots of little pockets of just melty cheese everywhere. I don't think anybody's gonna complain. I can think of one person who's probably gonna complain, but you know, whatever. Teenagers. So our oven is ready, our quiche is prepped, and into the oven we go. And into the oven we go. This is gonna cook for probably about 45 minutes-ish. We'll check it. So, here's our quiche ready to come out of the oven. Ooh, look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay, and just give it a poke. I'm expecting to have some cheese stuck on there. We just don't want to make sure that it's just cheese and not egg. Okay, ready? Poke. Yep, just cheese. That means dinner's ready. I'm gonna let this cool for about 10 minutes and then I'm gonna serve everybody. There it is, all finished. It's a very lovely quiche, I think. Okay, well that's it for this episode. We've made a beautiful crustless quiche, high in protein, low in carbs, and it's time to serve my family dinner. So I'm gonna say, take care, have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, comment, love you. Bye.